Okay, independent, okay, additive versus multiplicative. Independent and dependent, we're talking about those relationships. So remember, independent is your x values, your dependent is y. Your y depends on your x. Okay? Then here, so let's look at this. Additive relationships are where you're adding or subtracting over and over. Okay? So usually your pattern is y equals x plus a. So if I look at this first one, how do I get from my x values to my y values? Okay, 4 to 8, 5 to 9. Well, you can see that you add 4. That's a rule, add 4. So our equation would be y equals x plus 4. And in elementary school, you did these problems. They just look like this. Box plus 4 equals 8. So then we'd have box plus 4 equals 9. And then you'd write 5 in the box. Look at this one. So if I go 7, and then I go to 2, 8 to 3, 9 to 4. What do I do to 7 to get a 2? 8 to 3, 9 to 4, 9 to 4. And it has to be the same rule. Well, if I subtract, okay, 7 minus 5 equals 2. 8 minus 5 equals 3. So my rule is I'm subtracting 5 each time. My equation is y equals x minus 5. So those are the adding and subtracting. Now, multiplicative, see it says multiply. You're either multiplying or dividing. Okay, so let's look at this first one. How do I get from there to there? What do I do to every x value? And it has to be the same rule to every y value. Okay? So here, my rule is I'm going to multiply by 3. That's the rule. My equation is y equals 3x. Now, when we multiply a variable times a number, we just squish them together. Sometimes you might see them written like this, 3 dot to mean multiplication x. Okay. Here, my x is 10, the y is 5. My x is 20, my y is 10. My x is 30, my y is 15. How do I get from my x to my y? Some of you are already screaming it. Divide by 2. That's the rule. What does it look like in an equation? So my equation is going to start off with y equals, and we could say x divided by 2. You could also write that's how you're going to see it a lot, is in fraction form. Okay? Now, look at this last one. Do you notice that there's just dots on a coordinate plane? So if there's just dots, then I can make a T-chart. My first dot is 0, 0. And then my second dot is 1, 2, and then 2, 4. So what do I do to those x values to get those y values? Well, my rule is multiply by 2, but my equation is why it's 2 times all my x values.